Alright guys, this is everything for today's project. It's a lot more involved than the average DIY that you'd find at your local parts store for headlight restoration. But this gives it much better clarity, longer lasting, and if you're going to do this, you're going to want to do it once. Instead of trying to do it after you wash your car on a Sunday morning. So here we go. This is everything that we need. We're going to need safety first, so some gloves, and we have a 3-inch microfiber cutting pad, 3-inch polish pad, some 800 grit sandpaper, 1000 grit sandpaper, 1500 grit sandpaper, 25, and then 3000 microfiber towel, a sanding block for the sandpaper, a 3-inch orbital. I'm using a 3-inch from Griots garage. It has a really long power cable, which I really enjoy. Water squirter, Dawn dish soap, IPA, compounding polish, and something at the end to protect it to make sure our results last long. This basically just gives a real thick layer of UV protection, which causes your headlight to yellow in the first place. So yeah. Alright, so the first step you're going to want to do is take your Dawn dish soap and put a little bit in some hot water and a bucket. And go ahead and take your wet sandpaper and actually throw it in. And we're going to want to let that sit for at least 15 minutes to soak it up. So while that's going, we'll go ahead and start masking off our headlights. So yeah. Okay guys, so we're first going to start off with 800 grit sandpaper, and what we're going to want to do is go from west to east, east to west, back and forth, not north and south. We're going to go one direction with 800 grit sandpaper. We're just going to make sure that it's nice and lubricated, flat surface, and only go one direction. All this yellowing right here is the UV damaged plastic, so that's why your headlights start to yellow. As you can already see, the yellow is starting to go away and we're starting to see the white plastic. So that's already a good sign that we got the oxidation off. In between each step, we're going to go ahead and wipe it clean to make sure that this sandpaper doesn't clog up the other sandpaper, and to see what we're doing. You should only see east to west sand scratches. Our next step, we're going to be going north to south, and we'll knock down those high spots. Alright, for this next step, it's going to be 1000 grit sandpaper. Go ahead and get it lubricated. This time you're only going to go from north to south. And the reason that you want to use a sanding block is so you don't leave like finger indentations. So that's why it's always important to use a block when you can. Basically what you're looking for, you want to make sure that your west to east scratches are pretty much taken out. As you see, I got a little bit here. Actually, you probably can't see at all. But I have some scratches right here. I'm going east to west, so I'm just going to go ahead and concentrate on this area a little bit more. All right, so the next step is 1500 grit, and we're gonna go back from east to west. Go ahead and check your work, and there's a tip. What you could do is you go ahead and turn on your headlights, and that'll give you a better visibility to see the scratches. So I'll go ahead and do that now. And basically what I'm looking for at this point is if there's any north to south scratches that I didn't level yet. And honestly, it's looking pretty good. Okay, so go ahead and keeping with the theme, this is a 3000 grit sandpaper attached to a 3-inch orbital. And this will go ahead and give it a nice smooth polish and a depth of clarity. As you can see, that 3000 grit actually it almost polished it already. But just not good enough for us yet. Alright, so next we're going to be using a 3-inch microfiber cutting pad from Meguiars. And then I like using this Griots Garage fast correcting cream. It's basically a really good compound. So always when you get a new microfiber cutting pad, you want to take the compound, kind of rub it in the fibers. It's called priming the pad, and it makes for an even cutting surface and it prevents sling. So go ahead and start on the low setting and work ourselves up. Wow, it's looking great. So the next step we're going to be doing is a polish, and that basically just takes out the compounding marks that we just created, and it's going to give us that pop that we're looking for. So this I'm going to be using a orange foam polishing pad and some Meguiars Ultimate Polish. Okay, so the next step we're going to want to do is grab some IPA or some rubbing alcohol, and we're going to wipe down this headlight because we want to make sure all the compounding oils and polishing oils are completely off. So our protectant layer has a clean surface area to stick. Otherwise it won't last as long, and then it will become the yellow in a matter of weeks and sometimes even sooner than that. So we want to make sure that we protect it very well. So we have Meguiars headlight protectant here. I normally would use this jet seal, but for this specific project, I'm going to go ahead and use this guy. I've never used it. Jet seal is known to not last as long, and unfortunately that's what I've been using for a while. So we'll go ahead and give this a try and see how long this lasts. Headlights are very porous, so I like to make sure I rub it in very well to to get it inside the pores. Alright. Once the product go ahead and haze over, we want to make sure that we clean a fresh, clean microfiber towel. And we'll go ahead and wipe it clean. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Very quick, simple, easy way to add some value to your car, increase visibility, and really make your car pop. It's just doing stuff like this. It's taking like an hour and a half of your time to really smooth out the headlight and polish it, and adding a layer of protection so it doesn't fizzle away in a matter of months and sometimes even weeks. So if you did like this video, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Thanks guys.